Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Kick Around the Kingdom, where it's time. There is one more part that we have to focus on in regards to the ending of Beast-Yeast. And honestly, I don't even know if this is going to be the final episode of Beast-Yeast altogether, because maybe there's going to be more. Maybe there's something like, I don't know, like down right below episode 9 or something like that, or maybe like right between episode 12 and 6, I don't know, or maybe just below episode 4. It seems like there's still a lot of room for something to happen here, but all I can tell you is, in regards to Hope for Freedom, or Freedom for Hope, whatever you want to call it, it's Hope for Freedom, there's only 4 levels left: 1227, 1228, 1229, and 1230. And I think in these last levels, these are where we are really going to see White Lily Cookie outshine herself. Because in the last video, we saw White Lily just go past every single one of, like, you know, all like the prior quote-unquote beasts, or the resurgence of the beast, or whatever the pleb you want to call them, which people made fun of me for. But ever since that, Silent Salt was just like, you know what, I'm just going to take you out on my own terms, with White Lily agreeing that she messed up or something, wanting to know the truth. But now all has to end here. So before I go into the first level of, you know, all of this stuff, the first of 4 final levels, I will be reading comments of the video over here, which is Salt Cellar still a Knight of Heart? Is Salt Cellar still a Knight of Heart? It's like a tongue twister right there, which is an overview video. And if you want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read down the videos, and feel free to do so, because it could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. It doesn't even matter, because as long as we're having a fun and enjoyable time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator to community, and that's what matters the most. And you know what? Let's just immediately jump into the first level, because there's probably going to be a butt ton of lore that we need to get through, and it's going to be chaotic. And yes, if you're wondering, I have awakened White Lily out of the team. Yeah. Because ever since I got her, don't worry, soon you're going to see an overview video revolving around her. Don't worry. That'll be upcoming soon, but just wait and sit back and enjoy the story.
You say you want to make everything right, yet you walk the same old path that led to those very wrongs. You speak of freedom, but you only deceive yourself. Soon your soul gem will lose its light completely.
That's not true.
Is it? You have made nothing but wrong choices, countless mistakes. You have already forsaken freedom once, and chose to forge your own different future. Evil twists and corrupts even the most noble, most selfless intentions. And you are nothing but a broken, fractured, tainted husk of your former self. What freedom can you possibly offer to Cookie kind? No. You, whose soul is stained by sins beyond forgiveness, cannot wield the soul gem of freedom. There is only one possible outcome for you, Dark Enchantress Cookie.
No.
Even on the brink of the grave, you deny your truth. But I shall grant it. The future that you truly desire.
White Lily Cookie, come to your senses.
She's suffering.
Emerge as Dark Enchantress Cookie!
No! This isn't what I want! Dark Enchantress Cookie! The soul gem is about to shatter! No, I won't! I will not become Dark Enchantress Cookie!
True freedom is impossible. Once I believed that solidarity would unite Cookie kind and set us all free. I dreamed, united, we could save every single life. Together we would build a world where everyone is free to choose their destiny. It was a foolish dream. Instead, the cookies who owed their lives to solidarity
the Order of Kalanamek is no more.
chose to worship indiscriminate destruction and oppression of the weak.
True enlightenment shall dawn upon this land.
They chose to submit to the inevitable doom and surrender to the void of apathy.
We have successfully relieved them of their duties.
They chose to deny the meaning of life and give in to sloth that promised escape from the smallest of pains.
Ours is the truth!
They chose to hide the truth away behind the veil of deceit. But I chained the corrupt. I pierced their dough with silver forks. I imprisoned their spirits within the silver tree for all eternity. And I loathed the gods who kept silence as the darkness of evil shrouded the world. But you staked everything upon a morsel of godly power. No, what you wanted wasn't freedom. You want to scorch the world clean with your burning rage.
Did he just right there like kill White Lily? Because it seemed like he was just trying to smash and slash at White Lily's soul gem just repeatedly.
The chamber has changed once again.
Crumbled cookies. Spirits pouring out from the portal.
Our garden lies in ruin. Foul, sticky cream. The stench of burnt butter in the air. War has come to the Vanilla Kingdom.
Regard! This is a world crafted by your dark soul. The soul gem remains silent, unable to answer the calling of your heart.
And what of that? All I wanted was a solution. A way to escape the fate of being eaten. The cookie heart cannot be swayed by dreams alone. Violence, war, conflict. Too often we turned a blind icing to what we cannot see. This shield.
Is that why you started the Dark Flower War?
Your war shattered the bonds between all of us.
You destroyed everything I held dear. And for what? Who let you decide what cookies should be?
That was your last chance, the last crossroads. A single choice that could lead you to every answer you sought.
Pure vanilla cookie.
Do you see it at last? How unlike you were. Face the truth, and admit what you really are. Reveal your nature that unleashed evil upon this world.
I'm assuming after this is when we're really going to see some weird conversation.
Finally,
some
it's
revelation
quiet.
between Dark Enchantress and White Lily. Because we have 3 levels after all this. And we are already 8 minutes into the video, at least from my standpoint, from what I'm reading. Alright, before it gets too hectic, because what's this next level going to be? It's just a bunch of more night. At this point, these levels should just come back down to just the stories. I don't think the enemies even matter anymore. Is there anything that we even have to fight? Like, story-wise? Right now, it's just Silent Salt and White Lily going at it. Quote-unquote. And why the plug with a beast there? Was this like some prior conversation that they were having with Dark Enchantress, or are they really there? We'll probably have that answered, but first of all, a few small comments, like, for example, Simple Hexagon just saying, wow. I mean, yeah, indeed, wow. Arrow Bloxian just saying, I just pulled White Lily and Awakened Golden Cheese Cookie. Sheesh. That's real lucky right there, getting both a normal ancient and an awakened one right there. Ruby Cupcake also said, question of the day, I love her design because it's so elegant. I do agree, Salt Cellar is a very elegant cookie in a sense. And also, Truthless Recluse says, question of the day, Cellar Salt, I'm sorry, Salt Cellar is amazing, she's pretty, strong, and nice. I mean, to be fair, the one thing I didn't expect for her to be is nice, but, I mean, hey, at least she's actually thanking us whatever we feed her, like XP jellies. One thing I can say no many other cookies do.
The audience chamber. We're back. What happened to White Lily Cookie?
Her dough and soul have finally met.
Unworthy. Through and through.
Oh, but I wonder. If one's worth is determined by imperfection, then perhaps no cookie deserves anything at all. Hopes? Dreams? They bear no significance if all things fragile and sweet are meant to crumble by design. If the freedom you speak of is only meant to be granted to those who carry no sin, then it's nothing more than a deluded idealist fantasy. Look at you. All of you, who were created to spread the word of the witches across our world. What happened to your mission? How did it all end, hmm?
Are you done prattling?
You may destroy the beasts, their dough and souls, but one day, another cookie will rise. A cookie who shares my beliefs. Once more, the world shall burn in the flame of war. Burnt flour will scatter in the wind, taking innocent lives. And so the freedom you wish for will never come. Is this the future you desire? But not I. If my dough is tarnished by the ashes of my past, if nothing can be put to rights, then I have no other option than to see my plan through. If such is your wish, Silent Salt Cookie, I shall become Dark Enchantress Cookie, and I will seize freedom my way.
Those were your final words.
No!
White Lily Cookie's dough is burning!
Is this where it goes into, like, that one transformation? Because, like, we saw in that one teaser where, like, White Lily, like a boss, just, like, walks through the whole fire. Even though she's not, you know, she is split between White Lily and Dark Enchantress at this moment. But how is this gonna turn?
Once again, I'm falling to be reborn as Dark Enchantress Cookie. Are you certain? Certain that you won't regret this decision? Asking the same question will not change the future. Are you truly going to abandon your fight for the freedom of all cookie kind? This time? Have you forgotten the sense of quiet wonder that filled your whole being the moment you opened your eyes in the White Lily field? All this time you remained silent, and now you speak to me? Only now, when my soul gem is on the verge of shattering. Countless times I called out to you in your slumber. Even though my voice was weak and quiet, I was yearning for someone to hear my call. Yet ever since you awoke, you could not hear me. Once again, you failed to leave your past, your despair, your betrayal behind, and take a step beyond, towards the hope for all cookie kind. I had no choice but to keep silent, for I would have lost my light once more, had you chosen anguish and fear. I don't remember. Ever since I opened my eyes, everything has been hazy. I couldn't forgive myself for hurting my friends, but at the same time, I couldn't help but sympathize with my determination. Did I make another grave mistake? Think. Remember the source of your curiosity. How can a cookie so young and frail set themselves free in a world filled with injustice?
White Lily Cookie, don't pay it too much thought.
Ginger Brave. Do you know why cookies were first created?
I'm free to choose what I run for and where I'm running towards. That way, the adventure never ends.
Remember the moments of pondering the nature of cookie existence. My heart was breaking every time I thought how fragile we are. How we crumble so easily. How sweet we are. And how beautiful our world is. The gentle warmth of sunlight. And the force of life itself that travels across the world and comes back time and time again.
So please, receive the remainder of the Guardian's power.
How someone willingly gives away their own life to let someone else live.
No! Caramel Arrow Cookie, don't go!
Even if I did, I'm useless now without my light of passion. Mustn't give up. Mustn't give up. For my kingdom, my treasures.
How we carry on. Broken. Fractured. Imperfect.
I will be awaiting the moment we meet again.
How a cookie who committed unforgivable sins can find their way back to those she once called friends.
I'm going to be real with you. I was so invested. I thought we just
Finally,
started a level. I
it's
thought
quiet.
I legitimately thought we just started the level. I didn't think we were already at the end. That means technically there should only be 4 more cutscenes, unless if there's like some sort of an epilogue. Which part of me feels like there is, and if this makes sense, does this mean, because at the very end of episode 10, we did see a quick snippet of Gingerbrave having some sort of a nightmare. What, does this have anything to do with it? Because to be fair, the time that White Lily and Pure Vanilla split up, it was at kind of like the same time where I'm pretty sure their stories are happening, because some stories are like, you know, similar to one another. Because the difference is that they're just happening at like the same time, but some may be different, some may be happening at the same time. I don't know. But it's all building up to something monumental. And I think at the very end of this level, not the start, but the very end, we're gonna see Awakened White Lily finally confront Silent Salt one last time. So before we start on that, just a few more comments, like one from Marshadow Activity saying, I ate worse. What do you mean you ate worse? Do you even know what a salt cellar tastes like? Because I can tell you for one thing, I think it would be salty, okay? I don't know if there's any other word to describe it. Which, by the way, I just remember, where the pleb is Silent Salt, like, no, Salt Cellar and all this. Where the pleb is she? Didn't she walk in with us? Is she just not reacting to any of this? Is she just letting this passively happen? Because so far, Charcoal and Pastry are, like, holding the weight of the words. Is she just, like, gone? I don't know. Anyway, Ruby Cupcake also says, I made you some comics on my Kick Around Comic Studio. I think I saw some of them. You should definitely tag me, and just so I don't miss them. And also, Alice does many things saying, she is so pretty, bro. She is pretty. Give you credit for that. She's very graceful. She's beautiful in an odd way, but an odd way that's somewhat comforting. Oh my gosh, this video is going to be long as pleb. There's not even any cutscene at the start of this. This is getting serious. Oh yeah, I gotta do this skill.
For freedom!
Which, by the way, remind me after this. I have to, promote White Lily one more time, because I can actually promote her again to make her stronger.
White Lily Cookie's dough is ablaze. And yet, she's walking towards Silent Salt Cookie.
Her soul gem's radiance is growing brighter.
I thought only I had what it takes to travel here. I thought that only I can endure the magic from the times before creation. That I can't let anyone else fall victim to its relentless force. In the end, both of us are myself. I believe that just like I swore to wrestle cookies from the cruel principles of nature, I alone could grant them true freedom.
And you still believe?
No, I was wrong. I was arrogant. I convinced myself I was different from other cookies. I let myself believe that I'm more than a foolish, imperfect, burnt cookie who caused so much pain and suffering.
Your self-chastisement will not save you.
Say what you will. This is all a part of my quest. It doesn't matter, really. Freedom is not what one can grant. True freedom comes when every cookie finds the strength to confront their destiny. An emissary of the divines. A hungry beggar. Even one whose past is marred with ashes. All deserve a chance for freedom. And if I was born of my own volition, I will guide Cookie Kind to a place where freedom awaits.
White Lily Cookie?
She's changed. Just as Dark Enchantress Cookie was reborn in the flames of the God's Oven, White Lily Cookie was reborn here, in this tomb.
She has finally found what she was looking for.
And so you chose to reject the destined silence. Is that the path to freedom that you found?
At this point, maybe this is the freedom that I wanted to
We
choose,
must
but it's
tend
going to
to
be
our
freedom
wounds.
enough where you just finally shut your mouth for once. This is going to end here. Actually, we're going to see the level spawn, right? Yeah, he's on the horse! He's on... Okay, you know what? Maybe I didn't take into consideration he'd be on a steed, where the banners fly. I never took into consideration he'd be on his horse, too. I wouldn't be surprised if horse was phase 1 and Silent Salt would be phase 2. I'm gonna be real. Did consider that. But you know, by the way, when you beat this, you get 10 White Lily Soul Prism, meaning that if you beat this level and you actually pull for White Lily Cookie's Awakened Form once to, you know, get her, and then you pull for her again, which gives you 20 for an Awakening, beating this level, you can actually get her to, like, another promotion level, which is pretty good. So, before I go in this video, I'm just going to read the rest of the playing comments, but before I do that, first of all, you need to get buffed up,
I know what is about
because
to unfold.
I'm making you stronger.
I must reflect upon this.
855,000 powers. You're one of my most powerful. Alright, the last few comments I see in the video. Hello Universe World, saying Salt Cellar is obviously an awesome addition. I love the fact that her VA is the same person that sung Lifelight on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It is? Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Anyway, Lena DeGio also says, question of the day, she looks really cool. I especially love the detail of her having a defective eye. That is a really sweet detail, especially when you look at her in the, you know, the original story back when she was quote-unquote alive. It's Caitlin Gotcha Moonlight says, question of the day, her style. She's got some good style. Lupin Petal says, really love how her dress looks like a metal salt shaker and container. It's a really good design choice. I love the salt theme around it, being a salt shaker and stuff like that. And Gamer Usuna says, all I could say is that she's very just, give me a moment while I try and spell the word gorgeous. If you want to know how to spell gorgeous, it's Gorgeous. I think that's how you spell gorgeous. Hopefully my brain doesn't suck, but that's all the comments of the video, which means throughout the rest of this, it's time to just lock in and just win. End this and do this for what freedom is all about.
If you are willing to incinerate your dough and soul for freedom, I shall expunge evil from this world as my gift to it. But I am not yet convinced. In the beginning, the witches granted us the virtues meant to reshape this world. But when the virtues fell, the witches left us. There was a time when each cookie was gifted free will by their creators. But they reduced us to a mere tasty treat, fated to be consumed. Your power stems from a corrupted source. Prove to me that you will not use it for evil.
The footsteps I have left behind are stained by the ashes of my crumbling, burning dough. If such is the price of your trust, I shall pay it.
Prove your worth.
I don't even know if there's much to say about this. It's just time to just do anything in our power just to win
For
this.
our victory!
Doubt will
Do everything
consume
that you can just to take down the last thing here. He's coming up, isn't he? Yup. Lock in.
I have no words for you.
For freedom!
Admit defeat. Your banner points the way to freedom, the path neither the gods nor their emissaries would reveal. As the world became tainted by evil, I waited. I waited, watching Cookie Kind face their limits and endure for the one who would show the way towards the future of unlimited potential. I kneel before you. All these long years, I carried only my faint hope. I kneel before you, oh freedom.
You've walked a long path. I merely followed your footsteps.
And yet, Before I pass on its secret, I must ask, do you trust me, a betrayer?
My dough and soul are halved. I betrayed my friends and started wars. Yet even so, I found my path. Our path to freedom. One step closer to the end.
Knights of Kalanamic, I repent, for I failed your solidarity. I accept your resentment, for I sense your silent gazes piercing my back. Willingly I tarnished my honor in pursuit of vengeance against evil and corruption. Now rest. Let go your grudges, and find peace.
Lord Commander, I ask you not to give orders your knights cannot obey. I speak not as the master of the trials, but as a fellow knight. We follow you, harboring no grudge or resentment. Let us march behind you once more. That is our only wish.
Then I shall gladly grant it. Be my blade in the coming battle, O noble knights!
I never thought sunlight could be so radiant. A single ray, piercing through the leaden clouds. Yet somehow...
It can grant life to a flower, even in this barren land.
Or perhaps, there was a cookie who planted a seed. Why didn't you tell him? That little cookie. No. All your ancestors, who kept their promise until the very end.
How did ye...
And so, my guess was right. I merely followed my questions, just like White Lily Cookie would. You knew about Salt Cellar Cookie. Unlike the ghostly knights, she took the young, the sick, and the elderly to the catacombs, and thus allowed them to escape Silent Salt Cookie's curse. And...
I hope Commander will be happy to see these.
I saw that child myself, planting flowers.
The ancestors taught us that solidarity persists against all odds, like a wildflower.
And like yourself, who found your way back here.
An embarrassing tale. The salt of solidarity's teaching spread across the Great Barren, touching the hearts of me ancestors. For long years they watched over this forsaken land and its restless spirits. Now look, the spirits and I live in solidarity again. One day me ancestors' conviction will bloom for Silent Salt Cookie to see. And what of ye, Pastry Cookie? You found what ye been searching for?
I believe I have. I will leave the order. This place has shown me that our paths must diverge.
A shattered faith.
My heart feels oddly light. White Lily Cookie found strength to oppose the silence of her past. I too shall not be silent. Not about what I've seen.
White Lily Cookie would be glad to hear it.
When I woke up, she was nowhere to be found. As always, that cookie's mind remains a mystery to me.
That be our White Lily Cookie.
I hope that one day, my gratitude too will find its way to her. If what you said is right, but something troubles me still.
Aye.
Thank you. What you told me is more important than you think.
And thus, I too became a traitor. Don't look at me like that. I'm sure your friends...
I can't go back to them. Your story and the witch's magic. I've learned much more than I anticipated. Now I understand why I couldn't trace myself. The path ahead of me will put my friends in grave danger.
White Lily Cookie.
Like the darkness of the solar eclipse, our time together was destined to be brief. The moment we meet again. I cannot stop now. Only I know what's at stake. Only I know my plans.
So what we know for a guaranteed fact is that whatever happens next time in regards to Beast-Yeast, Dark Enchantress, or everything along those lines, White Lily Cookie is going to be separated from the other Ancients, most likely for her own reasons, and for all I know, maybe it has to do with it having to do with Dark Enchantress Cookie, because there's nothing else that could be done here. Because all the other Ancients have had their awakened forms, White Lily's reached her awakened forms, but she knows that in order to obtain a path of freedom, it's going to cause danger to the other Ancients. Because, lo and behold, for all we know, she does have a point. If there's a small possibility that they happen to band back together, it'll most likely end up being just the Dark Flower War once again, and everything just resets. Where, you know, they have the huge, like, you know, 5v1, and then Dark Enchantress, like, somehow splits the Soul Gems once again, with her being steeled once again, but maybe it won't end up being like that, and maybe instead Silent Salt can provide some use? I don't know, but my big question is, where are the other beasts going to play in result of this? Because you have to bear in mind, every single beast is still taking time to recover, but maybe by this point, maybe Dark Enchantress is bringing them back to like their full strength. Like Mystic Flower got defeated by Dark Cow and retreated. Burning Spice got crushed by a rock and is like slowly healing. Plumbing's Shadow Milk Cookie evaded Pure Vanilla after being awakened, and then Eternal Sugar had her whole entire land destroyed because of her own doing, which she, I guess, had to take some time to herself to even think longer because, you know, Pavlova grew up or something. But with that being said, there's nothing else that we can do. I mean, graciously, we could take this. Like, yes. But also, if we complete this level more on higher difficulties, would it give us anything? It gives us a title and also a grass type, a legendary verdant spicy biscuit. Okay. And it just makes it even better than before. Great. And, oh, of course, let me guess. Let me just check. Oh, wait. So, wait, is there a difference? There's, wait, hold on. This legendary Wuthering Spicy Biscuit. And then this is a verdant. Maybe it's because it's grass type specifically? Yeah, because isn't it, was that? Yeah, that's Wuthering. That's fairy, right? Or steel? No, it's something else. But that's for specifically grass stuff. So you have to beat this on hard mode if you want to obtain, like, you know, top tier White Lily. Anyways, with that being said, there's nothing else that we can do now but end the video because the new update is going to be coming soon at some point. Only a little bit more than a week, and we have to lock in for that one because this is where, this might be where a lot of things are revealed to us. But Beast-Yeast has finally come to an end as far as I know. But with that being said, if you enjoy the video, then please be sure to like on the video, and also just all the story in general, and also share the videos with your friends if you enjoy my Kick Run content, and if you enjoy my content in general, subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of everything that I do. Now, also, in the description, I'm sorry for that, there's links to a bunch of my social media, but that includes my new merch store, the Pleb Market, and also my YouTube memberships. $1 a month, you can become a pleb and see exclusive content and behind the scenes stuff. But above all else, I'll see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese. I wanted to give a very huge shout out at the end of this video to the members who are deciding to support the channel and the stuff that I do, being Jojo Sands, Blobby Eduardo, Casual Gaming 22, and Mask Boy. You are all supporting me and I greatly appreciate it. Like, thank you all so much.